not our presentation.
Welcome! Welcome devs and deviants alike. Welcome aspiring web entrepreneurs and casuals. Welcome to the pilot, the debut, the premiere episode of The Closing Tag. I am Raul Smith. Forgive the awkward camera angle that if you're watching this right now on Twitch or YouTube. We'll do introductions soon enough. But for now, just a reminder that this Twitch stream and this podcast is unofficially sponsored by Galactic Blue, your trusted web development, graphic design, and logo design resource. Visit galacticblue.net for more details on how your business can benefit from our services. As I mentioned, my name is Raul Smith. I am the co-founder, co-owner, president, CEO, and lead developer for Galactic Blue. A little bit about myself. I have been in web development now for 11 years, 10 of which I've been working in some professional capacity or another. I've also been in that time intermittently a graphic designer, a logo designer, having worked with some local musicians here in the Utah area, and an SEO consultant. I've been working for about 2 years primarily as a React developer, developing React applications for both web and mobile, building web apps for companies such as Junker Treasures, Paddywhack Gifts, GameStream, you may have heard of them, and others. In fact, our very first web application built in React can be found at galacticblue.net. That's right, the Galactic Blue website is built exclusively in React. My hope with this podcast isn't to preach or ram certain ideals down people's throats, but rather to educate you and to help you, the listener, better understand the world around you. And who knows? Maybe you'll learn a thing or two about how web and mobile app development can benefit you and others. And if I can entertain you while doing so, all the better. That said, this is not a professional studio by any means. This is a very grassroots operation. I have no green screen to speak of. We have no sound chamber to block out outside noises. I mean, hell, you already see the camera angle. There will likely be dogs barking on occasion. There will likely be children in the background. On occasion, my daughter may hijack this stream like she occasionally hijacks the game stream. That's just how it goes. Speak of the devil. Hi. I don't have a Patreon page that you can donate to, and I wouldn't know what to do with one if I had one. However, you can always email me if you wish to make a donation. Hi, pretty kitty.
Is that actually a rabbit?
A rabbit, okay. If you wish to make a donation, you can contact me at contact@galacticblue.net. We can discuss off-air if need be. So here was the game plan originally. My work week would usually start on Thursday, so that way the way my podcast account is set up, I can drop 2 podcasts a month for free on the major hitters, Google Play, Apple, Spotify, etc. The original plan was we were tentatively planning to record the 2 monthly episodes live on Twitch the Sunday before the first Thursday of the month. You can catch the live stream, by the way, if you're not watching it now, on twitch.tv/galacticblue1. However, a recent schedule change at work has rendered that no longer an option. So we're bumping it to the Saturday before the first Thursday of the month, starting with next month's episodes. We're only doing it on a Monday today because yesterday kind of got bleh. When the audio hits the airwaves, I'll also be uploading the video onto YouTube that very same day. YouTube link can be found in the description. So we'll likely have a new video up on the YouTube feed every first and third Thursday of the month, along with audio on all the platforms: Google Play, Apple, Spotify, what have you. I'm going to shake down the format a little bit, okay? I'm likely going to open with some developer news that I've picked, cherry picked a couple of things here and there from different news sites. Maybe updates on what's going on in the dev world, as well as any significant news in regards to search optimization. After the news, I'll likely touch on a topic that's going to be a bit divisive and maybe controversial. Well, okay, today's topic is definitely going to be controversial. No maybe about it. I can already tell people are not going to like what I have to say, and that's okay. After that, we'll dive into a project or tutorial that I'm working on until the hour break, which will be used at the end of the first episode of the podcast. At the top of the second episode, I will give out some quick shout outs, as well as give you guys a couple of Twitter recommendations. We'll then touch on the Discord topic of the stream, which today is a good one. What are some things you're hoping will happen in your life in 2021? I'll give you my answer to that question during the segment. I'll then go into my sports takes for the month, which in today's case will mostly revolve around basketball and football, especially with the Super Bowl coming up. Finally, I'll dive right back into our project, maybe dive into a project that I'm currently working on, and then we'll close the stream up from there. Keep in mind, as I do this is a do things as I go type of podcast, and again, I stress, for all the reasons that I mentioned before, a lot can happen on this stream and on this podcast. So, with that long-winded introduction out of the way, let's get to the news. Again, very grassroots effort. I have no sound effects to speak of, so you're going to have to deal with. Nobody cares about my white boy blues. Yep. So it's pretty clear in the marketplace that 3 key areas will likely be the focal point in 2021. AI, APIs, and React. Facebook is improving on their AI that can help describe photos that are in your newsfeed, which is kind of cool. There's turmoil at Google within their AI ethics department after the CEO fired Timnit Gebru, the lead researcher in that department. Spotify is even using the power of AI to detect your mood and orchestrate your playlist accordingly. Groups like Amnesty International have called for an outright ban on facial recognition software after the events of the Capitol riots. With so much emphasis on machine learning and AI, and frankly with a lot of people sitting at home during the pandemic with not much else to do, it's no wonder training companies like Zenva, Pluralsight, and Udemy are seeing a dramatic uptick in their Python learning courses. Python, of course, is not just a back-end programming language, but is used in many facets of programming, including machine learning, API development, AI, setting up cybersecurity, and so much more. If it sounds like I'm being adsy about this, it's because it's something I'm very passionate about as far as stuff that's going on that's going to potentially be the future of development, not just for the web, but for all aspects of our lives. According to an independent study done recently, it appears that the training programs you could see or the training programs could see an even bigger increase in Python learning courses in 2021. And of course, those same sources indicate that hot on Python's heels for number 2 for increased learning interest, React, which is easily the most robust and popular JavaScript framework in the market today. No surprise there. So a lot of our listeners probably don't know what the word fintech means. I mean, hell, I even had a hard time understanding what it meant up until several months ago. And I only did my research after I had applied for a job at a fintech company. So fintech, of course, is short for financial technology and covers a wide range of areas. Perhaps the most popular of them is cryptocurrency. With the recent boom in crypto in late 2020 and early 2021, particularly Bitcoin, it's no wonder the nextweb.com stresses that learning more about fintech could help you not only get a much better paying job, but may even help you get your foot in the door in investing in cryptocurrency. As of this recording, Bitcoin is valued at a little over $33,000 US.
Oh my god.
My thoughts exactly. Yes, one Bitcoin could net you 33K in the US. And financial experts are stressing that that could just be the beginning of what could be a crypto boom coming. So I'm sure a lot of you listening to this have been stuck at home during the pandemic. Either you're out of work or you're working from home or remotely. Researchers and psychologists are starting to notice a disturbing trend with this, most particularly with working professionals. Teams that are exclusively video conferencing are seeing less efficiency than those that are working in person. The reason being, scientists suggest, is that human interaction gives off more nonverbal cues than others can pick up on and work with in real time. Additionally, response times in person are a lot faster than over a Zoom meeting, which could either lag due to internet issues or time out entirely. Additionally, human beings are physical and social beings by nature. We tend to feed off energy from one another, both good and bad, a lot more in person than we would during a video conference. So, moral of the story, the pandemic is definitely changing the way we interact with one another, and I'll probably have more to say about that later on.
On that, our presentation.